Hi guys, it's Xanderfaulk and welcome to part 2 of my found footage collection. The first one is a Blu-ray of mine, Cloverfield. Now I did have this one in my first part, and as you can tell that this is the Blu-ray version and not the DVD. I saw the Blu-ray version for this for a measly £3 in a pre-owned game store, and I was considering whether or not to get it because I've got the 2-disc special edition, but this contains the exact same features on one disc on full HD quality, so it was an absolute bargain replacing what I already got in higher quality. And if you guys want to know what I think, check out my first part. I think it's a very good found footage film. While it's not necessarily a horror film, it's still a very good one, and it's more accessible to wider audiences. It's great looking on Blu-ray, so check out Cloverfield. Good film and good Blu-ray. The next one is Troll Hunter. Now, while this is not necessarily a found footage horror film, this is definitely part of the genre, as it includes many elements and scenes that will feel very reminiscent of the genre. Now, Troll Hunter follows a bunch of college kids doing a documentary, and of course they come across a troll hunter. Not only is this cleverly written, funny, scary, and overall entertaining, it's Norwegian and proves that you don't need to have a Hollywood budget just to make special effects look amazing. And while it is a big budget Norwegian film, like I say, it's not. I doubt Hollywood could come up with something so original, and to prove that point, they're trying to do a flippin' remake, which is being directed by Christopher Columbus, so they'll probably make it family friendly. And while younger audiences can watch it, it doesn't try and conform to anything. The film is full of Norse mythology, and it's just fantastic. It's so entertaining. It starts off as a slow burner because you don't get to fully see a troll until the first 40 minutes. But apart from that, it's still a really good suspenseful build-up, and as soon as you first see that troll, now that it knows you're expecting loads of trolls, it gives you that. Unfortunately, they ruined the end troll on the front cover. The troll on the front cover and on the disc that you're seeing is the final troll. That's the huge, big badass troll that you get at the end, and it's a shame they sort of ruin it, but it's still a pretty badass cover. Of course, here you can see there's a troll hunter survival guide thing, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the Blu-ray's got lots of extra features, and it looks fantastic on Blu-ray. So here is Troll Hunter. Excellent found footage film. The next one is Paranormal Activity 3. Now, if you guys are subscribers of my channel, then you know I like the Paranormal Activity 3 films. Well, 3 of the 3 films. There's a 4th one coming, which is meant to be a sequel done by the same people who did the 3rd one. If you guys want to know what I think of the 3rd one, check out my review on my channel. I think it's the best of the others. It's the best out of all the Paranormal Activity films out. Now, the Blu-ray comes with a extended director's cut. Now, the reason I got it on Blu-ray is for this very reason. Because I've got the other 2 on DVD, I wasn't going to get it, and because it's cheaper. But then I realised that they've done this really cool marketing ploy where you literally can't watch the extended director's cut without getting it on Blu-ray, and they make sure that the DVD is the extended cut on here as well. So it's a really good marketing ploy for you to spend more money, and even though you do get more for your buck, it's still a clever ploy of, if you want to get the extended cut DVD, you're going to have to buy the digital copy and the Blu-ray at the same time. But luckily I do have a Blu-ray player, but I just had to spend more money on it than I usually do. So as you can see, this is the DVD and digital copy, and behind that should be the Blu-ray. But then again, the only difference is it's, instead of it being very shiny and glossy, it's just I think it's got like a matte finish on it. But this comes with the Blu-ray theatrical and extended cut, and comes with some special features. Now, the extended cut does come with about 10 minutes of extra footage, but it comes with more activity, which helps break down the film's pacing, which is good. So Paranormal Activity 3, guys, check it out. It's a good film. The next one is Evidence. The UK is the only one to have this on DVD, and I am so glad, because I have been looking forward to this film for ages. This is one of the most anticipated found footage films I've been waiting for, and I finally got it. Now, a week before it was meant to come out, I saw it available online to watch. Yes, I know, being a bit of a pirate, but I couldn't wait, so I just watched it straight away. Now, if you guys want to know what evidence is, it's like if Blair Witch came across Wreck and a Bigfoot film. It's a it's pretty much Blair Witch, Wreck, and a Bigfoot found footage film. If you like any of them three films, or that whole idea, you will flippin' love Evidence. Buy it on DVD though, do not watch it online, because when I first watched it online, well, first thing, the audio and the video quality, sucks. Not only none of the scenes were very effective for me, I wasn't gripped, and I just couldn't see half the stuff that was meant to be going on, so I wasn't overly impressed. And I was judging the film based off all the hype that was being made about the film. So I didn't, my expectations weren't really high, it was just the fact that I was judging it based on the hype, so I was expecting like a 5-star, better than Avatar sort of thing. That's what I was expecting based on the hype. But then watching it again, better audio and visual quality, and knowing what's in store, and knowing that don't judge it on the hype, but judge it as a low-budget found footage film, which it is. It's fantastic. It's probably one of the best found footage films I've seen, and it shows you that low-budget found footage films do not have an excuse for being shit at all. So Evidence, buy it on DVD. It's worth it. Now, the next one isn't necessarily a found footage film, it's Vampires, a Belgian found footage film. Now, this plays out like a documentary about a television crew who do a documentary on a group of vampires. Now, the vampires, this film is, if anyone has seen Man Bites Dog, then you're going to know what to expect from this film. It's very, very, very dark in humour, and, yeah, that's why you'd probably watch this film. It's a documentary. Not only is it interesting, cleverly written, it actually has a really good pace to it. It's more about the humour here, and some of the humour is really dark. While it isn't as dark as, for example, Man Bites Dog, it's still very dark. I mean, there's a few jokes that I was sitting there, not even laughing, because it was like, wow, that, they're really pushing the boundary for what they're trying to get away with here. And, well, it's funny because it's like a dysfunctional vampire family, and it's just showing them trying to live life in today's society, and it's absolutely hilarious. There are elements of found footage in there, but overall it plays out like a documentary, like The Last Exorcism. But it's a great film, and I think I'm the only person to have it in their collection. And I found one copy in HMV, so I'm really lucky to have it. So definitely check out Vampires, it's a really good film. The next one is Apollo 18. Now, this is a space found footage film that it didn't really get a lot of positive reviews, let's say, but in all honesty, I flippin' loved the film. I thought it was great. I've done something with the film. I've added some deleted scenes, which I'm going to explain later. But overall, it's supposed to be set in the 70s, where an supposedly unmanned mission to the moon is made, and these people are told to record and do stuff, and they end up coming across something threatening and dangerous. I'm not going to ruin what it is. Don't look it up if nobody's told you, haven't seen it. If you're a fan of found footage films, you're gonna like this film, most likely. If you're not, probably not. Anyway, this is still a good one, and I'm not going to ruin the twist, because, well, it's not necessarily a twist, but I'm not going to ruin what it is, because that's half of the journey is not knowing. But then again, if you're a fan of found footage films, definitely check out Apollo 18, you'll really like it. And it's quite unique because it looks like a proper 70s film, and it looks authentic. Okay, the next one is My Little Eye. Now, this is the big brother of the found footage films. Practically, the film is 5 contestants are told to spend 6 months in this abandoned, well, not abandoned, in this house in the middle of nowhere. And if they stay in the house for 6 months, they win $1 million. If one of them leaves, they all lose. And of course, because it's a found footage horror film, things don't go as planned. I'm not going to ruin it. Like I say, when I mean by Big Brother, I mean that practically everything takes place in CCTV cameras. And while there is some sneaky angles that we're not the cast aren't supposed to know about. Majority of the time it's done through CCTV style cameras. Now this film is just, it's really, really good. If you're a fan of found footage, again, this is a really good one. It starts off like a slow burner for the first 40 minutes, and then it just turns into a cold-blooded slasher found footage film for the last half an hour. It's really good. It's, if you're, like I say, if you're a fan, you'll flippin' love this film. And the 2-disc special edition I've got, if you've noticed, it had an interactive browser mode, and it's supposed to be that that interactive browser mode makes it like you are a viewer watching this online, which is what the show is. It's a show broadcast online, and you're meant to be watching it like you're a subscriber, so you get to flick through different CCTV channels, flick through different audio, flick through deleted scenes as like audition tapes and stuff, and it's really, really good, and it makes the experience a whole lot more immersive. But if you haven't seen the film before, then watch the theatrical version, the original version first, and then watch the interactive browser mode. And if you're a fan of found footage films, you won't mind doing that because the film is good enough. This has 2 discs, this special edition. The other one has a lot of featurettes and deleted scenes. Definitely, for special edition, this is definitely a really good one, especially if you're a found footage fan. So, we get to the last broadcast. This is amazing, this film. I really, really like this. Now, this is a found footage horror / documentary that was made before The Blair Witch, and people keep saying this copied it, and it practically follows a filmmaker chronicling, trying to find out who committed these 3 murders of some TV show hosts as they went to do a live broadcast in these woods in the Pine Barrens investigating the Jersey Devil. And it's I'm not going to ruin what's revealed and all the details, but this is really well done. It plays out more like a documentary, more or less. If you've seen the film, then you know what I mean by that. But it's very creepy, very unnerving, and the guy narrating has the deadliest monotone voice ever. If you're a fan of found footage films, and you're a hardcore fan at that, you'll definitely want to pick this up, and you will like it. The only thing I would say, if you're not a fan, or you are, that the ending is probably going to polarize you. You're either going to really like it and understand it, or you're just going to absolutely hate it and thinks it just jumps the shark for a surprise ending. Now, we get to my digital found footage films. Now, the first one we're going to look at is in the Apollo 18 alternate cut. Now, I was looking through the deleted scenes in the Apollo 18 DVD and realised they left out quite a lot. And even though I still like the film, the original, they made it so it was relying more on suspense, and they cut out a lot of footage, a lot of revealing footage. So what I did with my cut, I added a lot of deleted scenes in and pretty much made an ending which would be a lot more interesting, a lot longer in my opinion, and would kill a lot of plot holes dead in the water, because one thing people kept saying was that there were too many plot holes. So if you want a more revealing version of Apollo 18, my cut would be better, but then again I can't show you it because then it'd be illegal. So that's what I've got on there, my alternate cut of Apollo 18. Now the next one is my extended cut of Paranormal Activity 2, another one I made. Now what I did here, I took the extended cut to Paranormal Activity 2 with all the extra 10 minutes of footage, and I added on the DVD there's an extra called found footage, and it's like a whole scene they took out, and all I did there, this is it coming up now, I just slotted it into where it felt most appropriate, which is about halfway through. And I just liked the scene a lot, and I thought it could make the film a lot longer, and it would change the pacing. So there you go, that's my Paranormal Activity 2 extended cut. And as you can see there, here's a HD version of The Tunnel. Now, I like this film a lot. I think it's a really good, really creepy one. It's a mixture of it's like if Creep was a found footage film and half documentary, because most of it's a documentary after the events and then coming back to the footage. Pretty much it's about a documentary crew that gets stalked by some weird creature in the tunnels of Australia. The reason why I've got a HD free file though is because originally they released it for free to download, and I downloaded the HD version. I would get a hardcover copy, but then it just wouldn't be as high quality. So yeah, I've just kept with my HD quality free download. I did download it legally. So yeah, and it's definitely worthwhile checking out if you haven't seen it. It's one of the best of the past few years. So thank you guys for watching my found footage collection part 2. I'm sorry if this was very brief, my recording is very fast for you, I apologise, but I do have a lot more videos coming, a lot more reviews coming, so thank you guys for watching my found footage collection part 2. This is Xanderfaulk saying goodbye.